I'm just about to go and do my shopping, which is the going around the shops using my Grocer app. So yeah, it'll be interesting what savings I make from this. I've got vouchers to use, so I will be using those and probably stocking up on a wee bit with my vouchers, which is going to save me money in the long run as well. So yeah, watch this space. Right, I'm back home in my garage. That was a successful shopping haul, and yeah, I'll get out of the car and unload it, and then I will be able to show you what I got. Now for my grocery haul, this section here is from New World. Now, full disclosure, I was spending a voucher, so I had to make it up to $100. So I'll tell you what I bought. There was extra here, and if you can see, it came to $101.96. So it cost me literally $2. So these are extras that I purchased, trying to get up to 100. And I also bought another one of these. Now these were on special, down from 24 to 17, something like that, or from 25 to 18. So I've got 2 of those. They will last a very long time. There's 50, so that'll last a few months. I got some butter because I was using a voucher. It is cheaper at Woolworths, but I got butter using the voucher, so that will go into my stock. And I got this for a treat night dinner. Hubby also said, let's get some pork chops since we have a voucher, so why not? They'll do another dinner. I was out of breadcrumbs. I make my own as well, but I do like having those on hand. Weet-Bix, because we're just about out. It's handy for baking and a quick breakfast occasionally. Cream, one of these is to go with this. So, and I've bacon in the freezer already. I froze it before it went past its date. Then I've got some apples, and I've got 3 tins of tomatoes. These were only 95 cents each. Chopped tomatoes. I do prefer the chopped tomatoes. It saves me having to do it. And then we've got capsicum. So I got that red one because it was quite a bit cheaper. And so that haul is just under $102. Then we have the warehouse. While I was there, this was also a gift card purchase, so it hasn't actually physically cost us. And I got hair colour, which was very expensive. It was actually quite cheap at one of the supermarkets I looked at. It was $19, I think it was $4 off, but I got it because of the fact that it was a gift card. And this was actually $2.30, and in Woolworths, I think it was $2.59 for the high grade. So that's a 29-cent savings there. And this is Woolworths, which is where I normally go to. I normally do click and collect, but for the purpose of this, I'm trying to see how much money I can save. So this haul wasn't $8.70. This haul was $66.70. So I got some vine tomatoes because mine aren't quite ready yet, and we do like having some tomato sandwiches or tomatoes in our salads. Macaroni because my stock is out, so I always have one on the go and one in back stock. Balsamic vinaigrette, hubby likes that. And I got some canola oil because I was out, so that's yet again a stock item. And this is the cheaper butter. I got it because it is cheaper, and the other 2 will go in the freezer as stock. And this is Best Foods mayo. Yum. We haven't quite run out, but I know that I will. Then we have some chicken upside down. It was a very good price. So I've got chicken that will do 2 of us, plus probably a little bit left over for lunch the next day. And sausages, same deal there. We like to have our leftovers for lunch. Eggs, they were the best priced eggs. I've got 3 brown onions. I've got onions in the garden, but they're not ready yet. And Ziploc freezer bags. These are handy. I use them to store bread in, or my lettuces when I wash them, or I give away items in these. So that's a haul. And I am really working hard on not going back, except for milk and essentials. Yes, this does add up to $170. However, there are things I purchased that I didn't need to. So if you took off the 17 for the dishwasher tablets and took off at least one of the butters and also the extra meat, there are things here that aren't actually for this week. So I think it's probably going to be easier to calculate over a month what the spend is rather than a week, but that's my haul. Now I'm going to put it all away. Now, because yesterday was preparation for the weekday, it was a Monday, the fridge has already been cleaned, but I'm going to put all of these things away. Some will go in the freezer. So I try and budget $150 a week for my groceries. Yet again, I'm still figuring this out. Seriously, I've had years of not even thinking too much about groceries. I've had a limit, but not really worked out the cost as I've gone. So $150 a week is my budget, and that includes takeaways. So that's total budget. We don't have to buy a lot of meat though. That isn't counted in, so you need to take that into account for yourselves. But I do tend to include the cleaning products and things like that in my price. It's not just food. It sometimes include extra little treats and things too, but I do try and have it all within that $150. Meat, we have a lifestyle block, and so we can rear our own animals to put in the freezer. And I've also been working on growing my own veggies, and it's been fantastic being able to reap from that. And so that does take into account now, because I have lettuce, I have broccoli, and I have carrots. So the work went in previously, but we're talking $2 a packet for the carrot, and that's going to do me a lot more than what I've got currently. Broccoli, we're talking, it might have been $5, but then it's giving me a lot. So the multiplication and growing your own, if you can do it, is fantastic, as long as you're not spending too much money on fertilizer and pest control, because that's what can cost you a crud load. Anyway, so these items here, if I take off the hair color, these items here cost $170.96. So it is over. However, I did purchase pork, chicken, sausage, and I also got pasta. Those are actually extra meals that I can do at sometime, you know. Like I said, I've got the dishwasher tablets, they are definitely extra. And I got the extra butter, so that's an extra $15 worth of butter. So if you put in an extra 17, then an extra 15, that's an extra $32. So if you look at the 170, so that's $138. So there's a little bit of room left if I wanted to do chip buddies, or if I wanted to do something else. Anyway, but we're just going to monitor this, see how we go, and as time goes, we're going to get more of an understanding of where our food money is going, and we'll do this journey together. There'll be some wins, some losses, losses, but we'll be monitoring the ups and downs, and yeah, come with me on the journey. So have a great rest of your day. I just want to go over the figures with you. So the total the app said it was going to cost was $222.26, and the groceries, and this is all without the hair colour, the cost was $170.96. So there is a savings of $51.30 by shopping around and using your membership cards. That included paying a higher price for some food just to use up the $100 gift card. So the net cost to us is actually quite small for this week, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, and don't forget, I also bought some in-store deals on the day. So I bought the chicken was actually cheaper. There was some just special for today, and I think there was a couple of other things which were actually cheaper than estimated. So yeah, I'm quite thrilled with today. So thank you for joining me.